speaking of Catholics, they're not the only ones who abuse their power and privilege to rape kids.
What? Is it just humans with the ability? Yeah, okay. Hit me with the story before I become too sarcastic.
This is from July 1st, and I got this one from Religious News Service as well.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. He's bragging about how up-to-date his stories are, Dennis.
Oh.
Shots fired over here. All right. So what you got?
So again, it's not just the Catholics. Buddhist official tells police alleged abuse victim was exploring her sexuality.
What?
So
Wait.
just
Drive this by me again?
just plow through the first part of the story.
An official in the Buddhist group Shambala International told police in May that a young woman was, quote, exploring her own sexuality when she was sexually assaulted more than a decade ago at the age of 13 by another man in the group.
Oh.
And that her, quote, exploration fed the man's addiction to pornography.
Wait.
Wow. See what you made me do. Oh, jeez.
What the fuck?
Oh. That's horrific.
How
And not the way they think.
How do you get there? I mean,
Yes.
Can I read that for a second while you're explaining
You're more than
I mean,
well,
this
yeah.
is so insane that it's like, it's hard to explain
That's-
how it's wrong because it's so fundamentally wrong.
It reminds me of the lawyer that was trying to defend Cardinal Pell and the batshit crazy defense that he had to come up with.
What was it again?
Oh, I can't remember. I remember it was absolutely
It was blaming the victim in a big way.
bonkers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you have to get really creative when you're having to defend the indefensible, I guess.
Yeah.
So the official in question, the one who
Where is this taking place?
the one who crafted this, I think it is. Oh, geez.
Do we know?
Well, it's in the States.
Oh,
I can't remember, but I think it mentions it somewhere down here.
All right.
So, Colorado.
Okay.
So the official in question who crafted this defense, Denis L. Southward, a 70-year-old, also told police that the woman, quote, could do a lot of damage to an important member of the community if she pressed charges against her alleged abuser.
Yeah.
Yeah, her alleged abuser being 54-year-old Michael Smith.
I think you mean that her alleged abuser caused a lot of damage to the community by being an alleged abuser.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if she seeks justice in any way, oh man,
Then more people will know there was injustice.
that could really shake things up for that guy. Could mess up his
Poor
life.
guy.
Yeah.
Just think about how poor off the community would be if its members were held responsible for their actions.
Yeah, that'd be
Boom,
something.
mother.
Quote, So, quote, Southern also pointed out that this incident occurred several years ago. So, I mean, it was so long ago. And that Smith is a business owner and still involved in the Shambala community.
Well, wow, so am I. I'm a
within
business
Colorado.
owner. Woohoo!
What is it that
He's a business owner.
That kind of
Who cares?
that always amazes me. It's like, what? You're
He's a pillar of the community who happens to abuse
distinguishing-
people.
Yeah, you're distinguishing this person from whom? From what group of... Oh, he's not one of those... He's not like a rapist that lives in a ditch. He owns a business.
Right.
So what?
If you're not a white land-holding man, then your opinion can go fuck itself.
Well, then clearly you're a rapist, obviously.
Right.
So
Southward,
he's not like that.
Southward went on to say that police needed to tell Smith's accuser about the counseling he received after allegedly assaulting her. See, he's a... See, he...
What?
Oh, he received
happened,
counseling.
It happened a long time ago, so we're cool now.
Right.
He's a business owner and a member of this community, so he's got to be off the hook because that would look bad.
Okay.
And he went and saw a counselor afterwards, so he presumably has moved on with it himself.
Clearly, we're not cool now because the victim is bringing it up. And also, we can't do anything against this person. We all know them. Like, yeah, strangers don't.
Why did he get counseling?
So it actually...
Was it because he abused a child?
No,
Yeah.
it's the porn addiction that was fed by the abuse. Yeah, which is problematic. There needs to be a response if you're looking at porn. Is their view. Clearly, that's a good thing, but oh my gosh.
Well,
responding to an assault.
Actually, what happened is it was revealed that this abuse was taking place.
Yeah?
Back when it was taking place.
Okay.
But charges were never filed.
All right. So they're not saying he didn't do it.
No.
Yeah.
They're admitting he did it and got counseling for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
and
the
now
guy...
They don't want any.
So it's not a case of his accuser. It's a case of his victim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So the guy that's been crafting all this horrendous shit.
Wait, you mean writing the story or
Yeah.
sexually assaulting someone?
The person defending him.
Dennis L. Southward.
Oh, the official.
Is the official that has been saying all this. 54-year-old Michael Smith is the actual, rapist.
Mm.
Southward has been, after saying all this stuff on the record, has been suspended from his leadership roles as of June 30th, pending further investigation.
Good.
Now, what makes it even worse is he was the one who learned about it or was told about this this abuse that was happening 10 years ago.
Mm.
So, yeah, police say Smith sexually... Okay, I'll read that in a second. But, yeah, so he found out and he orchestrated the... We're going to keep this in-house.
The cover-up.
Type of punishment. And the punishment was, we're going to set some boundaries between you and little girls.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to...
Go to some...
You have to go see a counselor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And remember, this is a Buddhist organization that we're talking about. So police say Smith sexually assaulted the woman. I guess she's a woman now. Several times, beginning in 1997, when...
How old is she? Sorry, you said she's a woman now. That means
she's 23 now.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify that.
When she was about 13 years old, at her home while she was renting a room there from her parents, which that's weird.
Wow. Okay.
And he met the parents through the Shambala Center in Boulder, Colorado.
Right.
And Southard made So it came out, and Southard made Smith move out of the young woman's home. So he was living with them while he was abusing her.
Right.
Okay, just keep going.
It's a weird
just keep going.
It's horrible.
It's some kind of weird communal.
Yeah.
I mean, that
living situation.
When there's not a rapist, that could probably work.
Yeah.
So he helped negotiate an arrangement by which Smith would pay for the victims, not the woman's, the victims' counseling. So, he paid for her counseling too, and counseling for himself. According to the report, he also set so-called boundaries for Smith's contact with children at Shambhala events.
Were you don't get to be around children or events with children?
No, you still get to be around, and you still get to be a member of this community.
So,
Okay.
it's yeah, no, obviously this specific case is horrendous, and don't know. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Almost done. So yeah, not everyone was apparently pleased with the arrangements Southern made. The family friend. So yeah. Probably the victim for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also a family friend whom she confided in, and that's part of how it came to light.
Right.
And the family friend said she became incredibly irritated
Yeah.
because Smith was a Buddhist at the time everyone wanted to keep in the Buddhist community. She was extremely irritated that the higher-ups in this Buddhist community, I think it's a very, very large international organization, so I'm not going to put that on them necessarily, but at least in this specific location in Colorado, they decided to sweep it under the rug, let that guy stay there, and only 10 years later are there finally some ramifications.
Right.
Other than having to pay for a counselor for your victim and having to get counseling yourself.
Right. And is counseling really considered a punishment? No.
No, and I mean, it should never be considered a punishment. So it's interesting because this individual story that's over there touches on a topic that can be addressed by reasonable people, which is that if you provide a space for to help people who are attracted to children get help and get counseling, that could be good. So the idea of a person that might do this getting counseling isn't what I oppose here. And their idea of the thing that we're objecting to is not that there was counseling. And I can understand why they came to the mistaken conclusion that this would be enough or good. But
I think we're annoyed by the fact that there was no trial, no being arrested, and no sentencing.
That's kind of the thing that's annoying me right now.
Yeah, it's annoyed isn't a strong enough. I don't know. I had so much to say earlier, and now I have no words.
Well, because it's all so unrelenting.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
It is.
Particularly when you Google for it because you are on a show.
Yeah.
So apparently the way that this kind of came up is the international organization as a whole, their highest, the guy that holds the highest position.
Wait, what's the international organization?
It is the Shambala International.
Okay.
So their higher up, their head guy, whose name I can't pronounce and I'm not going to try, he is actually has multiple credible allegations have been levied against him as well. And so the whole organization is kind of going through a shakeup because of that guy. And then because of that, it was revealed that this Michael Smith guy had done this a decade ago. And actually, right about the same time, another victim came forward who said that she was assaulted by him when she was 13 as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So I said before, I don't hold the whole international.
So what are the allegations against the head guy?
He basically has been abusing just his position, and
I think it may be allegedly at this point. Sorry to throw that in.
Yeah, I've read one or two testimonials.
He's not raping children. He's just
Wait.
abusing his position to cover it up.
I mean,
he's been using his position as basically a spiritual leader to just have his way with anyone and anything he wants.
Oh, well then.
wait.
Wow.
So is it their allegations of rape or just
anything?
He just uses the
not
fact that he's a
necessarily rape,
spiritual
but just using
abuse,
using women like their garbage.
womanizer.
Okay.
Okay. So he's the spiritual version of a rock star, and he's playing it fast and loose, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
So not practicing what he preaches, presumably.
Yeah, not nearly as bad as...
Well, I never thought I would say, well, I mean, the head of the religious organization is just a hypocrite, but that's not that big a deal.
You can't blame
allegedly,
him.
I don't know.
Ultimate power corrupts ultimately. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, crazy that there's top-down abuse in a religious organization, even when it's a Buddhist organization.
Yeah.
What? No.
They're supposed to be the good ones, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I hear.
Yeah, but everyone I know in California that's a Buddhist is great. So.
And some people will tell you it's not a religion at all.
That's right. It's atheistic. There's no gods.
Yeah, but there's doctrines and stuff.
Just revered personages.
And they refer to, in the testimonials that I've read through, they refer to clergy members.
Clergy? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
so they actually use religious,
Why would you do that?
Wait,
I don't know.
when you say they refer to clergy members, what do you mean?
Well, they refer to themselves with the same terms that...
Yeah, they use the wording of
church will.
of like this clergy member within Shambala International.
It might be that that's the English translation of whatever.
Possible.
I mean, that's
possible.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah.
But it also could have been made up by some dude from Kansas.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
I
it.
hope I've been pronouncing that correctly.
Shambala.
I like the way Denis says it. Yeah. We should go.
Well, it's not that word.
We should go back in post and just have that be the Shambala.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Is that a reference to
it's
something?
a mythical place, or I think
Shambala?
Shambala.
I thought it was, but
Okay.
yeah. So
yeah, that's that. Sorry, I didn't have any good news.
yeah. Well, the non-prophets don't bring the good news.
That's right.
Except when we do, and when we do, it's great.
Yeah, it's just we get that stare when we go up to the people's doors and go, "Have you heard the bad news?" You know, it's just like
I've got bad news for you.
That's a hard sell.
You should have kept that 10%.
Have you heard the bad news?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does this?
There's lots.